Sometimes the biggest lessons don't come from meditation cushions or spiritual retreats. Sometimes they come from the backyard. This week, I was out on my property tending to the front yard, the garden, the flower beds, all the places that usually get my attention. And then I wandered to the back, where two little paths weave through the tall grass. One path is wide, about 4 feet. The other is narrow, just 2 feet. And the difference between them, well, it told me a story. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle, your inner light coach, and I'm grateful you've joined me today. Let's step together through stories, rituals, and reflections. Thank you for shining your presence here. This video is about the wisdom of widening the path. The wide path? It was still a path, a little trimming, a little love, and it was good to go. But the narrow path, the weeds had taken over so completely that I had to rebuild it. Not trim it, not tidy it, rebuild it. And as I was pulling weeds and clearing brush, I realized this wasn't the first time I've had to redo that. It's always the one that disappears. It's always the one that demands more work. So, right there, sweaty, dirty, and mildly annoyed, I made a decision. I widened the narrow path. For good. Not because I was frustrated, but because I finally listened to what the path had been trying to teach me. Here's the thing. We all have wide paths in our lives, the things that stay open with a little tending. And we all have narrow paths, the things that constantly close in on us, unless we pour huge amounts of energy into keeping them alive. And yet, we often expect them to behave the same. We expect two relationships to require the same effort, two creative projects to flow the same way, two habits to be equally easy to maintain, two dreams to grow at the same pace. But they don't. They never have. The wide path stays open because it has space. The narrow path disappears because it doesn't. It's not a moral issue. It's not a failure. It's design. As I widened that path, I realized something deeper. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is make your life easier. Not in a lazy way, not in a take shortcuts way, but in a wise way. Because when something repeatedly drains you, when it keeps collapsing no matter how many times you rebuild it, when it demands reconstruction instead of simple tending, that's not a sign to work harder. That's a sign to widen the path. To give yourself room. To create sustainability. To design for the future instead of reacting to the present. It's self-permission. It's compassion. It's evolution. So here's my question for you. Not as a challenge, but as a gentle invitation. Where in your life are you walking a narrow path that keeps disappearing beneath your feet? Where are you rebuilding instead of trimming? Where are you expecting two things to behave the same when they were never meant to? And what would happen? What would truly happen if you widened the path? Not out of frustration, but out of wisdom. Your life is speaking to you all the time. Sometimes through synchronicities, sometimes through intuition, and sometimes through weeds on a forgotten trail. May you have the courage to widen what needs to be widening, and the grace to let things be different. If this reflection resonated with you, stay tuned. I've got more teachings coming from the land, the garden, and the quiet places where truth likes to whisper. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let's get back to love. God is good. Love and light to all. Stay thankful. Until next time, walk gently and shine brightly.